This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
One state senator is not happy after an announcement from the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections. We'll tell you why next. Happy Friday. We did it. We really did it. We made it to the end of the week. I'm Ken Kara, and this is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information. This broadcast is available in stunning HD on Service Electric Cablevision, channel 513. Now that that's all out of the way, here's your information from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. 2 prisons in Pennsylvania will be closed in anticipation of a significant budget deficit. The Pennsylvania Department of Corrections announced today that it will close 2 state prisons and reduce the capacity of halfway houses by about 50%. The news was announced by Department of Corrections Secretary John Wetzel.
The 2 prisons will be selected out of 5 of our older prisons. The 5 older prisons that are on the list that are going to be reviewed are Waymart, Retreat, Frackville, Mercer, and Pittsburgh. We'll save significant money, but at the same time, still focus on what we're paid to do, which is create outcomes and create a safer Pennsylvania by releasing people less likely to commit a crime than when they came in our front door.
State Senator John Udechak told our media partner, the Standard Speaker, that he was, quote, outraged by the news. The senator says that he and other local leaders and prison unions did not have any idea this was coming. A Hazleton man charged with homicide has entered into negotiations for a plea deal. 21-year-old Juan Carlos Perez is charged with criminal homicide, arson, and more in connection with the death of 23-year-old Jose Alberto Concepcion. Concepcion's body was discovered last January by state police along a dirt road in the Humboldt Industrial Park in Hazel Township. Perez was set to go to trial later this month. His attorney has requested a continuance to discuss a plea deal offer with his client. The mercury continues to drop, and the cold can result in some serious problems. Lisa Sugar has some important tips to keep you and your family safe this winter.
Each year at this time, we bring in our favorite fire chief, the Hazleton Fire Chief, Donald Leschko, to talk about some safety tips, because no matter how many times you tell people, we all tend to forget or don't pay attention and think it doesn't impact us. So we wanted to once again bring some tips that maybe could save a life. Talking about winter safety tips, I guess you get a lot of calls for carbon monoxide in homes this time of the year. So tell us about some of the concerns you have.
Yeah, this time of year is always a major call increase for carbon monoxide incidents, such as heating units malfunctioning, oil burners misfiring, coal furnaces not running properly, and even gas furnaces having issues. So this time of year, we always recommend, again, foremost, number 1 tool you can have in your home is a working carbon monoxide detector, along with working smoke detectors. They go hand in hand. They are a true lifesaver, and every home, should be with them, especially carbon monoxide detectors and smoke detectors. But, with the winter safety, we're really pushing the carbon monoxide detectors to have, at least one on every floor, working for your residents, if you're burning either, heating oil, coal, natural gas, any type of a combustion type unit.
Now, do you get a lot of calls? I mean, is it the fact that people don't have the detectors, or what is the problem?
What it is a good fact is that people do have the detectors. So they are going off, they're activating. Sometimes some of the incidents are that there was just a battery, because even though your unit's plugged into the wall, a lot of the units are plugged into walls, they have a battery backup, and sometimes that battery chirps and it sends a signal out on the detector. People see that, they get scared. They call 911, as they should. You never want to ever ignore or displace a signal coming from that unit. They call 911, we get there, we'll check the house to make sure there is no CO. And a lot of times it comes down to that. Sometimes it also comes down to the age of the detector. We recommend every 10 years, on your carbon monoxide detector and smoke detectors to replace them, to go out, buy new ones and dispose of the old ones and make sure that they're properly disposed of and following that route. But, most importantly is you want to follow that age and also make sure the batteries are new in them. Again, with the change of time, we always recommend changing the batteries.
Are there problems as well with people using like those space heaters or using an extension cord to plug in these type of things?
Yeah, we see a lot of issues with that. People, we all want to try to, with the, sometimes with the cost of heating your home, people try to use other items, ways of heating it. We want to make sure you follow and do it safely. A lot of these space heaters that they do sell in stores, they come with directions. They're meant to be read and they're meant to be followed. And they're also will tell you in there whether you can use an extension cord with them, how far away to keep the unit from furniture, from curtains, from anything like that. And also, to either going to plug the unit directly into a wall outlet or the size extension cord. A lot of people will go out and buy the less expensive extension cords. They don't want to pay that money, and that cord is not rated or also the right size wire to handle the electric load that is needed to run those space units, so the space heating units. So it's very important that you follow the directions. And one other big thing I tell everyone is, this I always will say this, is that every year, every 3,000, 4,000 miles, we get our oil changed in our cars. Well, every year you should always get your heating unit serviced. Have a technician come in, make sure they check it, make sure they service your heating unit, whether it's gas, coal, oil, any type of heating unit. Make sure it's serviced, make sure your chimney's checked, make sure your chimney is cleaned and it's working properly, the proper draft is there. And just to follow those simple tips, I think you'll be safe all year long.
And if somebody has a concern, but they're afraid, maybe I shouldn't bother the fire company, what do you tell them?
Never, ever, ever think you're afraid to call the fire department. You have a concern, a question, a thought saying, something just doesn't seem right, or just, I don't know. We get a lot of those calls. Call the fire station. Please contact the chief's office, call any of our fire stations, call your local fire department. That's why we're there. I mean, everybody thinks I don't want to be that nuisance. I don't want to be that person to bother them, because it's not a really, it could be. It could be something that might be not serious, but it could be something that is serious. And also, most importantly, we want to make sure that everyone has a safe year and that everyone stays safe and that everybody, most importantly, stays together and works and understands that they can call the fire department for any type of assistance.
All right, great advice that could literally save a life. Please take the chief's tips and hopefully he won't have to come to your house.
Thank you, Lisa. Many Orthodox Christians in the United States celebrate Christmas Day on or near January 7th. That date is based on the Gregorian calendar. This date works out to be December 25th in the Julian calendar. From everyone here at SSPTV, we hope you and your family have a very blessed Christmas. Well, coming up on SSPTV News, Ronnie Marchetti rocks some Clemson orange ahead of the national championship game on Monday, and I'll show you some special sports-themed Christmas trees. And after this break, Chris Barkanic will introduce you to Simba, an adorable dog up for adoption at the Hazleton Animal Shelter.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
One of the most popular New Year's resolutions is always to get fit, healthy, to eat properly. And if that is on your list to do for this 2017, we have the perfect solution, and it is the Hazleton YWCA. Here to tell us about the many programs and specials that are going on there is Maria Caldwell. She's the Group Exercise Coordinator at the Hazleton Y. Thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year. You guys are busy now.
Very busy. Thank you. Happy New Year to you, too. Yes, very busy with the New Year's resolutions now.
So people are coming in and saying, I want to become a new me, and you have a lot of programs going on. So people may not be aware of the variety of things, but I think I'm going to start with one, though, that's a special that you have going on. It's actually free for people.
Yes, it is free. On January 14th, a Saturday, we do a body pump from Les Mills. It's body pump, and on Saturday we're going to do the body pump 100th release. So it is going to be free to non-members. You just have to call the Y to register for the class. It's going to be at 10:15 a.m. And it's an all-strength barbell workout class, a total body workout. Where you use a barbell and you work every muscle group in your body. So it's a really good, and you could do it's all for all levels. You could go lightweight to a little heavier weight if you wanted to. So it's for all levels, so anybody could do it.
So that's a perfect way. You're getting a free class to try it, to see if you like it, and then you can sign up if you're interested.
Yes, you could.
So now there's memberships at the Y and there's classes for everybody. So give us a little taste of what people can take part in if maybe the body pump isn't their thing.
Right. There's all classes for all levels and all ages. So we have senior classes from chair classes, like silver sneakers and chair yoga, all the way up to a higher intensity classes if you like a little bit more. So there's all levels. We do have Vanessa Flow Yoga coming in January too, where it's for all levels and it's new. So that's going to be new in January also, a yoga class. So it's for, we have for every level of intensity.
And you have for all ages too, because if the kids want to come to the Y and get more active and do something while the parents are doing something different, that's possible.
Yes, it is. There is basketball, and the gym is open sometimes for just to go in there and shoot some hoops. The bunch of people go in there and just play basketball, and there's basketball programs, and there's swimming programs, and then there's free swim times too, that you could just go in and use the pool. So there's all that, and there's a rock climbing wall that kids could do. So it's just for everybody, yes.
Wow, that's great. So how many people come and are like gung-ho, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to, lose 50 pounds in a month, and I'm going to work out every day? What do you suggest is the best way to do it so that we don't, get disappointed right off the bat?
Yes, I suggest start slow. If you've never exercised before, come and try, but start slow, only maybe 2 to 3 times a week instead of 5 days a week or 6 days a week. Because you're gonna, you want to succeed, and if you do too much too soon, you're gonna be discouraged and you're gonna want to stop because you'll be too, sore. So yes, start slow and start with the lower classes and work your way up to something better, but it's the best way to start.
And if they want to find out about memberships, they can come in and ask about that. You have all the information on your website too?
Yes. Everything's there right there on the website, the schedules and the memberships, and the phone. You could also call the Y for any information you want. We have everything. You could stop in. We have all the papers, the schedules there too, and everybody's helpful. And also like us on Facebook. You get all the information there too.
All right, so they're everywhere. You're going to want to go over and see what is available at the Hazleton YWCA so much. And don't forget, that is the free body pump class, January 14th at 10:15 a.m. It's free to non-members. All you got to do is call and register. So you can give the Y a call, and that number is 570-455-2046. You could go to their website. You could go to their Facebook page. You could talk to Maria. They were willing to help to make this a successful 2017 for all of you out there who have made fitness and health your resolution.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Trains and snow just go together. It looks like this should be under your Christmas tree. Here's our local weather forecast now from the National Weather Service. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 10 degrees. It's going to be a cold weekend. Saturday, mostly cloudy, high of 19. With the wind chill, it will feel like 0. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low of 7. Wind chill, -4. Sunday, partly sunny with a high of 18, but it's going to feel like -7 degrees, and we'll have wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Sunday night, we're down to 7 degrees and wind gusts as high as 26 miles per hour. Monday, partly sunny, a bit warmer, high of 22. Monday night, mostly cloudy, low of 17. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, we'll have a high of 32, right at freezing. And then Tuesday night, 50% chance of rain, snow, and freezing rain. It will be cloudy, and we will have a low of 28 degrees. Before we get to Adopt Me, let's look at our midday winning lottery numbers on SSPTV. Pick 2, 5, 7, pick 3, 1, 1, 5, pick 4, 4, 6, 1, 0, and pick 5, 2, 4, 066. The King has returned. Here's Chris Barkanik and Simba.
Hello again. Here I have with me Simba. Simba is an approximately 3 to 4 year old Keeshond. He's already current on his vaccines, including his rabies and distemper. He's also tested for heartworm and Lyme disease and came up negative for both. He is also microchipped. We're not sure what Simba's like with other dogs, but he has a very friendly disposition and is very sweet and affectionate with people. Anybody considering adopting him who already has a dog should bring him down for a meet and greet. Normally, Keeshonds are very long furred dogs and they require a lot of grooming. This guy we had to shave down because his fur was matted up and very dirty when he first got to us. That's it for this week's dog. Let's have a look at our cats. And here I have with me Galileo. Galileo is an adult cat, approximately 2 to 3 years old. As you can see, he's very friendly and affectionate and loves to be held. Galileo is very people-oriented, but we're not sure yet what he's like with other cats. Unlike many of the other cats we have up for adoption, Galileo here is actually already declawed in the front. This makes him an ideal choice for anybody who's worried about furniture or anything else in the home being scratched. Because of his easygoing and laid-back nature, we recommend Galileo here not only for experienced pet owners, but anybody who's a first-timer as well. That's it for this week's pets. If anybody at home is interested in adopting Simba or Galileo here, or any of the other animals we have up for adoption, please come on down to the Hazelton Animal Shelter here at 101 North Poplar Street.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
The Hazelton area boys and girls swimming teams jump back into the win column after dropping their first conference meet of the season to Wyoming Seminary earlier this week. To the SSPTV Standard Speaker scoreboard we go. The Cougars and Lady Cougars beat Berwick. Dave Seaman has a full recap in today's Standard Speaker, and in his article he explains what Hell Week is and why it's important to the program. Paul Flowers won 2 events for the boys. Lexi Kurtstetter and Rebecca Kanaski both won 2 events as Tamaqua beat Monoy area in the pool. The Monoy area boys, they beat Tamaqua, and Caleb Snyder won 2 events for them. The North Schuylkill girls dunked Pottsville to move to 5-0 on the year and 3-0 in the Schuylkill League in the school's first year back in the pool since 2012. Kylie Mallums won 2 events for the Lady Spartans. Pottsville, they won the boys' meet. A second half comeback led Crestwood past Hazelton area in girls basketball. It's the Lady Comets' first win over the Big HA since the 2012-2013 season. Moravian Academy beat Tamaqua in a non-league matchup. Well, tonight the Hazelton area boys basketball team will take on Crestwood in Mountaintop. The Hazelton area Spirit Club and the Cougar Crazies would like all fans to participate in a blackout. All you have to do is wear black to the game. The Cougar Wrestlers are at the Wyoming Valley Conference Championships this weekend. Jacob Maurer is the top seed at 113 pounds. Jimmy Hoffman is number 1 at 138 pounds. And Carson Kinney leads the way at 195 pounds for the Big HA. For basketball and wrestling coverage this weekend, pick up the Standard Speaker or go to standardspeaker.com. And before we get to Ron Marchetti, I want to make sure everyone is still in the holiday spirit and the World Series spirit. Julie Gallagher at the Greater Hazelton Chamber of Commerce did simple better when decorating the Chamber's tree. It's a Chicago Cubs and Joe Madden themed Christmas tree with homemade ornaments. I love everything about it. If that wasn't enough, you have to check out, they had a way to celebrate Christmas the Hazelton way with a shot and a beer. Well, here's Ronnie. Try not to suck.
Murder in Beverly Hills. Hi, everybody, and welcome to our first Short Shots of the year. Truth and Lies, the Menendez brothers, was shown on national TV last night, 9/11. Eric and Lyle Menendez are presently serving life in prison sentences for murdering their parents in 1989. Over 27 years ago, their father was Jose Menendez, who graduated from Hazelton High School in 1961 and was on the Mountaineers swimming team. That horrific crime gained national attention and still is mind-boggling. The two brothers are in separate prisons and haven't seen each other since 1996 and will not see each other for the rest of their lives. Getting away from that and switching gears drastically on a much, much lighter subject, fact or fiction, it is a fact that the first baby born in Chicago on New Year's Day had devout and diehard parents who are Chicago Cub fans. They named their new child Cubby for Cubs, no. Joey for Joe Madden, no. Champ for Champion, no. They named their new kid Wrigley. Wrigley, as in Phil, Mother of God. Was it a boy or a girl? I don't know. But what I do know, it was a pretty busy week. The Hazelton area Cougars won twice by 10 over Williamsport and by 25 over Valley West. Joseph's Jammers are 5-2. The Lady Cougars lost twice at home by 25 from Valley West and by 9 from Crestwood last night. Gavios Gals had beaten the Lady Spartans 7 times before Tuesday night. The Marion Colts and the Phillies both won twice this week. Freshman Emily Schad of the Phillies was high scorer twice. What else? Hazel area coach Mike Joseph won his 200th game. The Cougars swimming team split 2 meets this week. The boys and girls are both 4-2. Number 1 Villanova lost their first game this season to Butler in Indianapolis, snapping a 20-game win streak. Back to football. Alabama and Clemson both won in the college BCS and will meet on Monday, as they did last year for the national championship. Bama beat Clemson last year 45-41. In the best game of all the 41 bowl games, USC defeated Penn State 52-49. Both teams finished at 10-3, a combined 20-6 after both teams started this season after 4 games, combined 3-5. And speaking of 5, both Penn State and USC may be in the top 5 in the 2017 preseason rankings. 12 pro teams are about to start playoffs for the Super Bowl. Who's going to be in the Super Bowl? Dallas and New England. That's my pick. Mark it down. See you Monday. Till then, be a good sport. Stay loose.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy birthday to Kristen Marquez. She celebrates on Sunday. Love from your family, friends, and everyone at SSPTV. In our Talk of the Town report, Felons Jewelers is presenting the Helping Hand Society's Diamond Drop Dinner Dance on Saturday, January 28th from 6 to 11 p.m. The event will be held at Genetti's Ballroom, and tickets are just $40, including 2 drink tickets, hors d'oeuvres, and dinner, plus live music by Into the Spin. Every guest will have a chance to win a dazzling solid gold and diamond key pendant. Please RSVP by calling 570-455-4958. And one more quick announcement, Catholic Social Services Auxiliary has planned a night at the races to benefit the programs of the agency. The event will take place Saturday evening, January 14th at Catholic Social Services Family Center, 106 South Church Street in Hazleton. Doors will open at 6, post time is 7. Attendees must be 21 years of age. For info, just call 570-455-1521. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Mary Ellen A. Palermo of Lower Gwinnett. Arrangements will be announced by the Huff and Lachter Funeral Home. Irvin Leslie Fisher of Hazleton. No viewing or services planned. The Hazel Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home assisted the family. And Eileen R. Carlick of Freeland. Services are private and under the direction of the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Bridget Burke of Ashland. Bridget, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Didn't little Simba just make your day from the Hazleton Animal Shelter? I hope he did. I hope you have a great weekend as well. Go Raiders. It's the NFL playoffs. We'll see you again on Monday. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.